Hello students, good morning. I hope you all are busy in your exam preparation. Okay, so just first of all, as I message you, keep your morale high. And second thing is that yesterday someone contacted me for linguistic how to start, and what are the important topics. So here I am just starting with first unit, and it's a very short video, but then many of you have understood definitions, characteristics and functions, but some of you are still confused because yesterday one or two students contacted me for these topics. So I am today speaking on it, and listen it. And we had already discussed good definitions. However, this matter is taken out from Gemini, so that accordingly I am reading here. But my purpose is to make you understand how to write and how to start the paper, right? So definitions which were discussed in the class, which are very good definitions, so go for it. But suppose you haven't learned, or you can start here on also, because I have read these definitions, so these are also good. Because again and again I'm telling you that first of all you have to remember something so that you can start your paper starting is very important. So once your pen, you are in the flow, then automatically many questions and many topics we have discussed in the class, examples you will remember, right? But then flow, making flow is very important. And then in the beginning, how to start paper. So this is very important open question, please remember it. So let us see what are the definitions of language. So a system of communication. Language is what? That is system of communication, right? So that at its core, language is a structural system, because a structure is there, subject, verb and object. So this is called a structural system, used to convey meaning. And why we make this structure? To convey meaning, right? This system employs symbols, words, signs, gestures and rules, grammar, to facilitate communication. So what is important here, you should know definition, how to define a language. What is language? So language, its core, any language, Hindi, English, Tamil, French, whatever, any language that is based on its structure. राम आम खाता है हिंदी वाला, तो राम पहले आ गया, राम इज अ नाउन, एंड देन आम इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड खाता है वर्ब, दैट इज वर्ब, खाता है. तो हिंदी का स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं, तो राम, सॉरी, सब्जेक्ट प्लस ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस वर्ब. बट इंग्लिश में ये देना आप एग्जाम्पल, उसमें हिंदी में ही देना. देन इंग्लिश, इफ वी गो विद इंग्लिश, तो दैट्स अ राम ईट्स अ मैंगो. तो हियर सब्जेक्ट, देन वर्ब, देन आर्टिकल, देन ऑब्जेक्ट. तो ये हर एवरी लैंग्वेज हैज़ इट्स ओन, its own structure, right? And used to convey meaning. This system employs symbols, and language is what? That is symbols, means words, that is also symbols, signs, dot, inverted comma, and all these are signs or punctuations. Gestures, when we speak, so then we use different gesture, posture, right? Posture also you can write here. And rules, every language has its own रूल्स. हिंदी की व्याकरण अलग है कि आपको ऐसे नहीं ऐसे बोलना है. ग्रामर रूल्स आर, इंग्लिश रूल्स आर डिफरेंट, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज रूल्स आर डिफरेंट. So that is, language is used to facilitate communication, right? So this definition also you can write, and one definition if you have remembered, so that number of definition through one definition. To be frank, I should not speak this way being a teacher, फिर भी बता रही हूँ. आप थोड़ा सा वर्ड्स को इधर उधर करके, and then another definition you can make, right? Now then communication, this communication can occur in various forms, including spoken, written, sign language, The spoken written, you know that, but what is sign language? So you can give example of that is traffic rules, right? Traffic rules, right? Traffic rules, this way, signal, right? Signal, these are the examples of that is sign language. Okay, now next is formal system of signs. What is language? Language is a formal system of sign. This perspective emphasizes the structured nature of language, viewing it as a system of signs governed by grammatical rules. So that's a formal system, not informal, and that is governed by grammatical rules. Every system has to follow grammar, right? Every language has to follow grammar, then only it becomes language. Uh, Book, I have a, cannot speak this way. There is a grammar that I subject have a, so that is verb and object, a book. So this way we have to speak, right? So that is grammatical rule. I am teaching you, so that is you teaching I am. This way order, if we don't follow, then there is no proper communication. That is why this is called formal system of signs. Formal system, first what is to be placed, then order we have to follow, which is called rules. Okay, now it highlights the relationship between symbols and their meanings. Means what's the symbol and what's the meaning, right? Emphasizing the systematic organization of language, means symbols and their meaning. So very good example, again and again I'm writing here. That is, this way you can give the example. Different direction, different positions of the half bubble means different symbols, and different symbols and different meanings, right? So this is the great example, you can quote, you can write. Okay, now what is language? Language is tool for expression. Language enables humans to express thoughts and emotions and ideas. Animals cannot do, but we can express our emotions, thoughts, and ideas through language, which is very important. It serves as a vehicle for sharing knowledge, experiences, and perspective. And that's a vehicle of thought, vehicle of knowledge, vehicle of emotion, which carries uh, our thoughts, emotions, and ideas to someone, to another person, right? Which is the role of language. So these are the different definitions of language, right? Okay, now characteristics of language. Characteristics, many students yesterday actually some asked me what are the characteristics. Characteristics means what are the characteristics of cell phone. So you will say that cell phone is used for, you can carry the phone, and then that's a carryable. Number two, you can say that the uh, use for talking, right? Then smartphone, through smartphone we can connect from the world, whatever. These are the characteristics. Similarly here, if you think that what is language, so language, first of all, arbitrariness, right? Arbitrariness, number of examples we discuss in the class where there is no reason, right? But then that's a go, right? But then the sound is two. So why it is go and why it is two, right? This example you can give. But then the arbitrariness, this proves that language is arbitrary, because which is decided that go sound is go, but to sound is to. I don't know why, but then that is decided. This is the example of arbitrariness, right? Language is arbitrary, decided by some person, right? And we have to follow without making argue. So that is the connection between a word and its meaning is generally arbitrary, right? There is no inherent reason why dog refers to a canine animal, right? So why Dog is canine animal. Why dog cannot come in other category, which is decided. So this is, and another good example, to and go, right? You can give, and this is the example of arbitrariness. Then displacement language allows us to communicate about things that are not present, including past, future, and hypothetical events. So that is, language allows us to communicate about things that are not present, including past, future, and hypothetical events. So that is language. Through language we realize person about the time, right? So uh, that is the beauty of language, right? Through language, I was going, I am going, I will be going. So this way, just 2 3 words, changing 2 3 words, we can change the time. So that is possible because of language. So displacement, this is called displacement. Now productivity language, through 26 letters in English, we have created n number of expression which are not at all countable, because language is very productive and creative. Humans can create an infinite number of sentences using a finite set of rules and vocabulary. There is some rules. There is active, passive, and this narration and punctuation and pronunciation. But through these limited words, rules, and words, we can create n number of things, beautiful expressions, right? Then next characteristic is cultural transmission. Because of language, we social media exists, right? Because of language, culture is expanded, because language is the backbone of globalization, and language is the backbone of communication, right? So that language is learned and passed down through generations within a culture, right? So that is, because language passed down, we learn so many things from our ancestors because of language, right? So language is the uh, useful for cultural transmission. Then duality, language operates on two levels, sounds and meanings, right? So that is duality. Language can be spoken, language can be written. Then systematicity, language is not random collection of words. I have already told you that if I say that teaching I am to you, that is not just random collection of words. Instead, language, it is organized by rules. I have to follow the rules. We have to follow the rules of grammar, syntax, and morphology, how to pronounce, what are the suitable words, and words must be kept in an order. So that is all we have to follow. That is why it is called systematicity. So language, that is a system. Language is a system, that is called systematicity. This one is systematicity. Okay, now come to the next question, that is last topic, that is functions of language. Okay, so functions of language is what? Functions of language. Okay, so functions of, wait a minute, functions of language. First is communication. So the primary function of language is to facilitate communication between individual. Now you have to understand characteristics means how, what is phone? You are describing that what is called cell phone. Suppose I don't know. So you can say that, oh, cell phone, that is generally rectangular, and then through cell phone you can call someone, you can use internet, and you can take photo, and आप उसके सारे जो characteristics, मतलब you are describing me what is called cell phone, right? Now function, so now you are telling me how to use it. Similarly, you have to, function is what are the functions, how language can be used. So here you can say First of all, communication, of course. So that is communication. The primary function of language is to facilitate communication between individuals, between two, between three, between many. So that is language. Between many, I am making this video, and then you all can listen. Other from other college and school students can also listen. So that is communication. First function is communication, means the primary function of language is to facilitate communication between individual. Number two, expression of thought, right? If you remember, my dear students, if you remember characteristics then functions, you can write by your own. उसमें ही सारे functions आ जाते हैं. आपने एक बार characteristics अच्छे से याद कर लिए, functions मन से उसमें से निकाल के लिख सकते हो आप. कैसे? Number two, that's the expression of thought. Language enables us to articulate our thoughts, ideas and feelings. तो language क्या करते हैं? हमारे thoughts को, ideas को, feelings को कैरी करते हैं. एक that carries from one person to another, one like speaker to audience, है ना. So that is expression of thought. Number three, that's a social interaction. Because of language, social interaction is possible. Language plays a crucial role in establishing and maintaining social relationship. Sometimes we say that he was very cruel, he was very impolite. Why? Because of language. And sometimes we say that he was very good poetry he recited, and he is very polite or very benevolent. Why? Because of language, social interaction, relations are made, relations are established, right? So that is possible because of language. Then cultural transmission, we have already discussed. Again, I'm repeating. If you have remembered characteristics very well, then through characteristics you can write functions of language, right? So that is cultural transmission. Language is a vehicle for transmitting cultural knowledge, values and traditions. Because of language we learn culture of our home, of our society, of our nation, right? Then next is cognitive function. Cognitive function, language influences our thinking, perception of the world. Because of language we think negative and we think positive. I would like to give you one example. Brahma Kumari Shivani used to say that sankalp se siddhi hai, means that is accomplishments through that is what we get, determination, right? Then if you are determined, accomplishments through thoughts. What you think, you will be like this. Gandhi ji said the thing, what we are because of our thinking. तो हम जो सोचते हैं वैसा, हम सोचते हैं तो एक्शन करते हैं, और एक्शन करते हैं तो वैसा वैसा उस एटमॉस्फेयर में चले जाते हैं, एंड देन फाइनली वी रिसीव द सेम, क्योंकि हम उस डायरेक्शन में चलने लगते हैं. तो दैट इज कॉग्निटिव फंक्शन. कॉग्निटिव फंक्शन मीन्स थिंकिंग. लैंग्वेज मेक्स अस फील नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव. So language influences our thinking and perception of the world, and because of our thinking our perception changes. So here language plays a very important role, which is called cognitive function. Why? Because हम अपने cognizance में वो लेते हैं. Cognizance means हम अपने मन में वो उतारते हैं. Our thinking, our नज़रिया, our perception changes because of one single word. Sometime if I am cruel, very much cruel, and I spoke very worse, if I am using worse language, definitely your mind changes, mindset is changed because for me, right, image will be changed because of language. So language plays very important role. Then emotional expression, language, because of language, language allows us to express emotions from joy, love to anger and sadness because of words. Choice of words, our thoughts, our mindset, our thinking process, our mentality, our mood, will change because of language and words, tone, everything, right? Then imagination, imaginative expression. Language takes us to another world and every. I was thinking, let me tell you, at the end of the video, I was thinking many a time. Actually, I am thinking about Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. They are still they are stuck in the space, and second Starliner or somewhat one capsule was to leave on 12th March. To take them, but then still it is failed because of hydraulic system is failed. I don't know, technical glitches. But then my imagination is for Sunita Williams and which Butch Wilmore, that how like suffocating atmosphere they are living since 9 months. They are stuck in the space, and they are living so very tough to them mentally. No voice and everything is same, and how I don't know. But then I have written in my social media that how we can leave them for dying, and this is very discouraging for another astronaut. So that we should take initiative, and first priority we should bring them to earth, right? So that is my imagination. Sometimes I imagine that how both are in very like very suffocating atmosphere, still they are living. So that is language allows us to create for creation of functional worlds, stories and poetry. Because of language, I am thinking I am sending my messages to them, something like that. So, in essence, language is a complex and multifaceted system that is essential for human interaction and cognition. So, language is complex, it's not so easy. We discussed a lot. Multifaceted system, the number of angles we have to discuss, and is essential for human interaction and cognition. The more you are good at language, definitely the better you will learn anything, right? So language plays very significant role to develop our personality. That's why personality development main part is language. Okay, so thank you so much. God bless you, and if you have any problem, you can contact anytime to me. Thank you. Bye.